Okay, today is Monday, November 3rd, and I need you to turn in at the end of class your video notes. I'm not very concerned if you choose to work with somebody on this. If you choose to pause it or share video or whatever, but once you're doing it, turn it in so you have complete notes. Piece of cake if you just do it with the video. So we started section 2, which is about atomic mass. Let me circle back to that first. Number of protons is atomic number. Atomic number, number of protons. Okay? Number of protons is atomic number. Atomic number is the number of protons. If something has 16 protons, it's sulfur. If it is platinum, it has 78 protons, no matter what. This is from the video also. We're talking about that right now. So, how many protons does something have? Atomic number, protons. Always the same number. Always. No exceptions. That's all the atomic number is the number of protons. So you had a piece of paper you started. That's part of your video notes. Now the mass number, some protons and neutrons. So if you add protons and neutrons, that's mass number. Okay, it's a whole number. Make sure you know atomic number, mass number will be the other one. So on your notes, you should have written notes out with your name on it, please, where we did a problem, 29 protons and 34 neutrons gives you a mass number of 63 for a particular isotope of copper. And then I had you doing this. So if you've started this, I want you to finish this now. Pause this here in a sec. And this is part of your video notes, okay? I'll tell you when to pause it. And all you were doing is making sure these two added up to this. And we were saying 8 plus 8 was 16. And 11 plus something is 23. This must be 12. Okay, finish this. Finish it as in it should look like this. Names, columns. When you're done, pause this and finish it. Okay, now that you've done those second grade math problems, and literally they're second grade math problems, as part of your video notes, this is what you should have. The mass number is the number of protons. So these two columns, the atomic number is the number of protons. The mass number is protons and neutrons added. So this should be what you have. What plus 34 gives you 63? 29. 35 and 45 give you 80. What plus 30 gives you 56? 26. What plus 12 gives you 23? 11. I'll give you some problems like this on the test. Literally, they're second grade math problems to find the number of protons, neutrons, electrons. You should almost all of you be getting it right. It doesn't happen, but it should be. It's not that hard. Okay, so I want this completed in your video notes that you turn in. Name on it. Okay, I'm going to talk about isotopes now. And I'm going to use the simplest one, which is hydrogen. Hydrogen has an atomic number of 1. It's got 1 proton. Okay? It also has 1 electron when it's neutral. So notice, 1 base proton, 1 proton, 1 proton, 1 electron, 1 electron, 1 electron, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. But they're slightly different. There's 3 things that are different: half-life, mass, and number of neutrons. Hydrogen 1, also called protium, doesn't have a neutron. And by the way, chemically these are identical. Hydrogen 2 has a neutron. So these two add up to about 2, and the electron we don't have to count its mass. Hydrogen 3 is tritium. By the way, hydrogen 2 also has the name deuterium. Hydrogen 3 has the name tritium. It's got a proton and 2 neutrons, so its mass is 1, 2, 3. Its mass number is 3. We don't count the electron's mass. Proton's mass is about 1, neutron's mass is about 1. Compared to them, electron is much smaller. Not enough to count. So find the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons of each one. Well, they all have a proton. 1, 1, 1. Since they're all electrically neutral, they have 1 electron. 1, 1, 1. Now we have a first grade math problem. Hydrogen 1 is 1 minus 1 gives you 0 neutrons. Hydrogen 2 is 2 minus 1 gives us 1 neutron. And hydrogen 3 is 3 minus 1 gives us 2 neutrons. So we can use, by the way, this is, I should have mentioned this, my bad. Mass number, mass number, mass number. So that's the addition problem completed right there. So when you subtract, you can find the number of neutrons. It may be such that with such small numbers, it's so obvious you trip over it. So let's use another example. Carbon. Carbon, if you look at the periodic table, has a number in that box. That's the atomic number. Take a moment and look at it on page 500, or up here, or up here. And that number is 6 protons. All carbon has 6 protons. Now, if it's neutral and the protons are positive and the electrons are negative, how many electrons does it have? Same as the number of protons, same as the number of protons, same as the number of protons, so it's also 6. So we are looking for the number of neutrons for 3 different isotopes of carbon. Carbon 12, carbon 13, and carbon 14. It's a first grade subtraction problem. You can manage it. Don't let it freak you out. "12 minus 6 is," 13 minus 6 is, 14 minus 6 is. 6, 7, 8. Everybody could freak out, I suppose. 6, 7, well, like you're in middle school. Or like back when we used to watch Pee-wee's Playhouse and said the secret word for the day. Everybody freaks out. Okay, whatever. Aha! Video notes. On this paper that you're going to hand in, that has your name on it, find the number of protons from the periodic table, neutrons, well, electrons, because those are the same, and then neutrons. Neutrons you got to subtract. Now notice I didn't put them in the same order. I have neutrons, then electrons, protons, then protons, then neutrons, then electrons, then protons, then electrons, then neutrons. Find those numbers for these isotopes: iron 55, ruthenium 100, vanadium 51. So it'd be Fe. Pause that while I write this out and finish those. What I just wrote, these are what's called the hyphen notation, and these are called the, if I think of the name, nuclear symbol. They both give you the information you need. Okay. So if you're continuing, iron is 26, so it's got 26 positives and 26 negatives. Ruthenium is number 44. That's 44 positives and 44 negatives. Vanadium is number 23. It's 23 positives and 23 negatives. Now do your subtraction problems to find the number of neutrons. This minus this, this minus this, this minus this. Pause, finish it. This is part of your video notes. And when you come back in and hit play, you should have 55 minus 26 equals 19, 100 minus 44 is 56, and 51 minus 23 is whatever that is. 28, I think. Yeah, you have to do those, check them, and write it down on your own there. Okay, then try these ones. Also oh, never mind, wait. Okay, so let's go back to hydrogen 1, hydrogen 2, and hydrogen 3 again. Okay. Oh, this will work. I don't know why that did that. I wonder if I can save this. Okay. So hyphen notation, nuclear symbol for hydrogen 1, hydrogen 2, and hydrogen 3. Notice the mass number goes on top, atomic number goes on the bottom. Okay. So this is another page that shows you the very same thing. I have just one proton and one electron, one proton and one electron, one proton, one electron for all of these. Tritium has 2 neutrons. Deuterium has 1 neutron. Protium has no neutrons. So the mass number is 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. And 1 plus 2 is 3 for the mass numbers here. How many electrons, protons, and neutrons are in helium-4? Well, 2 protons. And since 2 plus 2 is 4, there must be 2 neutrons. And since there's 2 positives, there has to be 2 negative electrons. The mass numbers are on the top, 1, 2, and 3. The atomic numbers are on the bottom, 1, 1, and 1. Try these on your video notes. Now, I have hyphen notation here, here, and here, and nuclear symbol here and here, and I want the protons, neutrons, and electrons of each. So you can write, for practice, the nuclear symbol for these 3 and the hyphen notation for these 2. Okay, and pause and go. And the number of protons should be, carbon is 6, so that's going to be -6. Iron, 26 positives and 26 negatives. Uranium, 235, down at the bottom, 92 positives, so 92 negatives. Chlorine, 17 positives, so 17 negatives. And phosphorus, 15 positives and 15 negatives. Okay, this didn't work when I did this. This is part of your video notes. You should have this turning this in. Okay, so what are the subtractions? Well, 12 minus 6 is, 56 minus 26 is, 235 minus 92 is, that's a 3rd grade math problem there. Woohoo! 37 minus 17 is, 31 minus 15 is. Okay, and there's your answers. Okay, I think I'm going to pause there and then talk about one more topic.